First of all, a big introduction there and a big welcome to all of you. I know that many of you do taking part in this event. This may be your first triathlon. We hope that you have an amazing experience of this and it leads you on to do many more triathlons. Triathlon's a superb sport of swim, bike, run, and also all of the other various sort of combinations of swimming, biking and running, whether it's aquathlons, duathlons, aquabikes. The list is endless. So we hope that you enjoy your journey. And if it is your first triathlon, then welcome to this great community that we have. This event actually is being held, just want to mention, is being held in memory of a very good friend of many of us who are in the Hertfordshire area, a gentleman called Trace Allen, a real gentleman of the sport. I personally remember him being involved in triathlon. He helped me an awful lot in the very early days when I was getting into it from being a runner, and he was, like I say, a true gentleman of the sport. And I know many of you out there who will be taking part, I'm sure, will be thinking of him on the day. Our thoughts, sort of like, will be there. Yeah, there you go, sort of thing. Anyway, on to the actual race itself. The car park for the race, in your final race information, there is a link that will tell you exact location of the headquarters, okay, and you'll be able to use your Google Maps or whatever to make sure that you get there. The car parking, when you turn up at HSV, there is a huge car park there to use. It's a university campus and it has an appropriately sized car park to use. Please do check the car parking, the signage on the payment machines in the car park. You don't want to end up with a ticket. Not too sure off the top of my head what the car parking arrangements are, but please do go and check the signage when you arrive. Registration itself is open from 5:30 a.m. It is a very early start at this one, and that means that hopefully you're going to get out onto the roads for your cycle leg. Nice, quiet roads on a Sunday morning, and you won't be too badly affected by traffic. So that's one of the reasons why the race starts so early. The other one being that, of course, the pool is in use later on in the day. So with this being a pool-based triathlon, we do need to vacate the pool area. Anyway, the registration will be open from 5:30 a.m. to 6:15 in the morning. When you come to register at the registration area, you're required to give the name that you use to enter with. Also, if you have said that you are a British Triathlon or Triathlon England member, you will be requested to show your licence or evidence of your licence. I believe these days you get it all on your phone. You'll be able to show an evidence of that. If you're not able to produce evidence of your day licence, you will be charged for your race licence. You will be charged for a day licence. Okay, so please do make sure that you can do that. Those of you who've already entered and are not British Triathlon members, you will already have paid for your day licence as part of your entry fee, and that then keeps you insured in the case of any accidents on the day. When you register, you're going to get given an envelope. Inside that envelope, there will be race numbers, and also there will be stickers for your bike and your helmet. Okay, you'll also get given a triathlon timing chip and also a strap to use to tie it around your ankle, and you'll also be given a swimming cap. Okay, once you've got all this, you're also going to be asked to write your race number on the back of your hand, okay, with a permanent marker that we will be providing. There will be hand sanitizer available around the tables there, because we'll all be sharing the permanent markers, so please do use that. Keep yourself safe. Your stickers that you've been given, like I say, one is for your helmet. Please attach it to the front of your helmet, and the other one is for your bike. Put it on your crossbar or around the seat tubing. That is to prove that your equipment belongs to you. So at the end of the race, when you come to collect your bike and helmet out of transition, we will ask you to confirm your race number and show us your race number. And then we can prove that no one else is walking off with your prized bike possessions. Okay, so make sure that you do that. You also your race numbers that you've been given. You get given two. One needs to be worn on the back for the bike leg, and one needs to be worn on the front for the running leg. Okay, now what you can do is just pin that to a t-shirt or a cycle top or whatever you're going to be wearing on race day. Or alternatively, many of you who've done triathlon before will know that we use number belts, and you can just pin it to a number belt, a single number, and then you can rotate it round from the back to the front between the bike and the run leg, whichever works for you. Obviously, if you are using a number belt, you only need one of the numbers, not both. Okay, so Once you've got that, you also will need to put your timing chip on your ankle. Okay, you put it on your left ankle. That's very important. And because the scanning machines, your timing chip is how we will actually take your time. So it's very important that you wear it throughout the whole race. Okay, if you don't wear your timing chip, you will not get a time for the race. And as the old saying goes, if it's not been recorded, it didn't happen. Okay, so make sure that you wear that and try not to cover it up. Try not to cover your race chip up. It means that reading it is all the better. It makes the machinery and all the electronics work better if you don't actually cover that chip up. Put it on your left ankle. The reason for that is because if you wear it on your right ankle, then it can get caught in the chain and the mechanisms on the bike, much more likely to cause an accident if you wear it on the right. So please wear it on your left ankle. Okay. Also make sure that the timing chip is facing outwards. Okay, because that's the where the scanning mechanisms will be on the outside, not on the inside. Okay, so wear it on the outside of your left ankle. At this point, obviously, it's worthwhile just making a note of the C word, the old COVID word. Obviously, we are in much looser sort of environment now than we have been in the past months. We will want everyone to feel safe on the day, though, sort of thing. So if at any time you feel the requirement or you feel it's appropriate to wear a face mask, for example, around the registration area, then you're obviously welcome to do so. It's a personal choice, and we respect your decisions around how and where you decide to wear any protective equipment, etc. There will be hand sanitizers, as I mentioned, sort of like liberally around the HQ areas and also around the toilets, etc. that we'll be using. Okay, and obviously it goes without saying that if you do experience any COVID-19 symptoms in the days leading up to the event, you must not turn up and be at risk of sharing it round. Okay. Race rules. This race is being run under British Triathlon rules. If you want to look into those into any more detail, then please do go online and check them out. There is a link within the final information that has been sent to you of the full competition rulebook. It's a nice hefty read sort of thing. So if you wish to sort of like cure some insomnia, you can have a good read through that. The one rule which is very important to note is that this is a non-drafting race. What that means is that on the bike leg, you are not allowed to ride right behind somebody and take a draft, okay? There is a 10-metre rule which says that you need to be more than 10 metres behind the bike in front unless you are overtaking, okay? If you're overtaking them, you have 20 seconds to overtake the person in front and get past them, okay? Once you've been overtaken, then it is your responsibility, the person who is now at the back, to try and drop back and make sure that they are not then in that 10-metre gap. Okay, so we don't want to make this a nice fair race for everybody. We don't want big bunches of people all riding around together. So please do respect the 10-metre rule and make it a non-drafting race. Okay, we will have people out there taking note of people who are flouting the rules, and in that event, then their race officials, etc., will be can dish out penalties in the basically in the form of either a time penalty that will be added onto your time, or in extreme cases disqualification. Okay, so please don't do that. Okay, so on to the actual race itself. You're going to have to go and set up your transition area. So now that you've got all your numbers on and your timing chip and your stickers, etc., you are going to get into the transition area with your bike. You will be asked on the way in to sort of verify that your bike is safe to ride. So we'll be asking you to just show us that your brakes work. Okay, and we will also just be checking things like the ends of your handlebars to make sure that you've got your plugs in place in the end of your handlebars. If you haven't, then we'd ask you to tape those up to make sure that no accidents occur there. Okay. We will also be checking that your helmet fits correctly. We'll ask you to show us, put 2 fingers in between the strap, okay, and your chin. If there's more than 2 fingers gap there, or significantly more than 2 fingers gap, we will ask you to tighten up your chin strap, okay. Headphones, you are not allowed to use any form of headphones in the race in any of the 3 disciplines, okay? Not the swim, the bike, or the run. Those are British Triathlon rules. And there will be no final race briefing just before the start. This is your race briefing. Obviously, you're watching it now, so that's fine. There isn't a separate bag drop area. There will be an area within transition which will just be marked out for you to actually leave your bags. So they'll basically be just at the edge of the transition area. the area around where you rack your bike, we'd ask that people don't leave lots of bulky bags around there. We ask them to move, that you'll be moving them to the side. So when you rack your bike, we're going to ask you to rack it by the seat. There will be a numbered racking position that you will go to. Think of it as your car park for your bike for the day. And that is where you will rack it by the seat. You'll hook it over the pole and rack it by the seat. That is also where you will leave your helmet, you'll leave your bike shoes and your running shoes as well. Anything else that you need for the bike or the run, okay? Obviously anything you need for the swim, your swimming hat, goggles, etc. needs to go with you, because you are going to go to the start area where you will be doing your swimming, okay? In terms of the start there, so you've got all your racking sorted out, your transition racking. Can I just say a bit of a quick tip, a couple of quick tips. One is to make sure that you know where your bike is. I know it sounds really obvious, but where you're standing there in front of it, in the racking area, you think this is really easy. But when you run out of the swimming pool, will be a bit disorientated, and it can be very confusing for you to try and work out where your bike is. Try and use some reference points at the side. They can be flags, they could be a tree, it could be a flagpole or something like that, to try and reference to where your bike is. Okay, it makes it a lot easier for you. Also, don't forget, when you come back in off the bike, it's more difficult because actually you're not looking for your bike anymore, you're just looking for your car park spot, aren't you, or your bike park spot. So yet again, go and have a look at where you're going to be coming into transition from the bike, and have a look at what your route is going to be to get back to your car parking spot for your bike, okay? In terms of the start then, you've racked up all your bike, you're going to head over at around about 6:20, okay? The race is going to start with the fastest swimmers first. So you've all been asked for your predicted swim times, and we'll be starting with those who are given predicted swim times of fastest first, okay? So in the water, people shouldn't be catching each other up in the water. In theory, people will just be spreading further apart, okay? There will be short gaps between each of you in the start, and the swim itself takes the form of a snake, what we call a snake swim, which means that you all go up and down a lane, then you duck underneath the lane rope, you go up and down the next lane, etc. Okay, you go up and down, so it's 50 meters per lap, if you like, two lengths of the pool, and there are 8 lanes. Complete all of those from one side to the other, and you will have completed your 400-meter swim. Okay. If you're standing there in that start lineup and you look around yourself and you think, I'm in totally the wrong place here, I'm a much, much slower swimmer than what all the people around me here, I think something's gone wrong, then have a word with the marshals. They may be able to reallocate you to a different point in the swim start, so you're not left in an embarrassing position or an awkward position where you're being swum over by super fast elite swimmers who are flying through the water, okay? Equally, the same applies if you're queued up and you are standing right at the back of the line and you think, this is a bit crazy, I'm a really, really fast swimmer here. We'd like people to be in the right position, okay? So when you've completed your swim, you're going to leave via the pool exit. There's a fire exit near where you get out. Okay, just be careful getting out. You will be a little bit disorientated possibly. It's very hot in the swimming pool area and you will be going out. It's quite possible that the air temperature could be quite cold. Okay, so just be a little bit careful getting out. You're going to go to your transition. One of the rules around triathlon is that you are not allowed to touch your bike until you have put your helmet on. So you must put your helmet on first and do it up, okay, before you're allowed to touch your bike. You're then going to take your bike and head out to the mount line. Those of you who have done the event before, the mount line has changed, okay? So be aware, have a good look at it on the race morning so you know where it is and you know where you are going, all right? There's a 20-kilometre bike route that you will be following. So have a look at the plotter route. There are links in the final details that have been sent to you. There are maps there that you can follow, quite dynamic little plotter route links. If you're using a GPS head unit on your bike, a little GPS head unit to take you around, then you can download a file also from that plotter route link. Okay. Once you've completed your bike leg, you're going to come back into transition. When you're going out on the bike leg, you mustn't get on the bike, by the way, until you've gone past what's known as the mount line. Yet again, recommend you go and have a good look at this before the start so you know what you're doing and where it is. On the way back in from the bike, you must get off your bike before the dismount line. Okay? Then you run with your bike back park it up, okay? And then you're going to take off your helmet. Yet again, the rules are you're not allowed to touch your helmet and undo it until after you put your bike back. You're going to put your trainers on and then head out on the run, okay? The run is a single 5 kilometer run route now, okay? So it's different. Some of you may have done this race many years ago when it was a multiple lap course. It is now a single lap. Yet again, the course route is in the final details, and there is a plotter route link there again, okay? Finally, prizes. At the end, there will be a prize giving now. It's great. We are now allowed to do prize givings again. We weren't allowed for a fair while. So we are now allowed to do prizes at the end. There is first, second and third, male and female. Okay. And there is also a prize for BTF age categories as well. Prize giving should take place between 8 o'clock and 8:30, depending upon finishers' times, etc. Okay, results will be available on the event chip timing website. Yet again, the link for that is in the final details. Okay, there we don't provide slips of paper anymore. Yet again, that's one of the things that died with COVID. Everything is available up on the website as soon as possible. Occasionally we do have problems with Wi-Fi links, etc. on the day. So in the event that times are not flying up onto the website straight away, please do be patient with us. And please don't go to the timers and start harassing the timers. I'm sure you're not going to be the first person who's telling them that the links are not working. Okay, so please just be patient. I guarantee you that the events, those times will be fixed very quickly and as soon as we get a Wi-Fi connection. Okay. Toilets are going to be available within the race HQ, and there is also a coffee shop within there as well. Okay. All right, guys, I think that is just about it in terms of the event. I hope that you have a superb event. It is an amazing venue, great swimming pool. I know it's used by a lot of local swim clubs as well as the university, used for a lot of competitions as well. So it is a great pool to swim in. The bike course is a superb out and back. I've done it many times myself. A great course. And that new run course that you've got now that goes around the Ellenbrook Fields, it's yet again a superb 1 lap 5k course. Please feel free to bring some supporters with you on the day. Okay, let's make a bit of an atmosphere, a bit of experience for everyone taking part. Hopefully they'll come along. Lots of people will come along and cheer you on and make it a really good environment for everybody. Okay, if you've got any questions or any comments, please put them in the fields below the video here, or email them in to events@activetrainingworld website, email address. And we look forward to seeing you at the event on the day. One thing I haven't mentioned here is that this event is being run in partnership with Triforce Triathlon Club. This is their event, and Active Training World are just helping them out to deliver it. So I'm sure that Triforce Tri Club are looking forward to welcoming you there on the day. Okay, guys, that's it. Over and out from us, and we look forward to seeing you there. Take care.